Well. Hello, all my machine heads, and welcome back to Old Stream Farms. We are getting ready for episode 8. Yay! Well, we had a change of plans on the maps. You guys know that I was planning on doing Forest Valley tonight, and some super bad news, everyone. Forest Valley is now in the trash compactor. It is gone. The save game is gone. Everything is gone. And you guys know my rule. If I find some issues with the map, then it is gone. Gone. I spent 3 hours today putting in trees and building a farm and getting started, and I was super excited, and I went to put my house down, and it wouldn't let me put the house down. And I checked, and it has the exact same mods on it that this map does. And I was like, you have got to be kidding me. And that's exactly what I just said. So, I'm a little late. So this episode tonight is going to be a little shorter because I've already recorded a video once, and it's gone. There's absolutely nothing worse than recording for a half an hour and your last minute and a half of your video, you can't even buy a house. It wouldn't let me. So I saved the game, I stopped the recording, and I got into the XML, and it already stated that we had a house, and there's no way to change it. You know, I just got to laugh at myself because this is the second time that Fury has been caught with a map after I make a Let's Play, and the third time that I've been caught with a map that updates really quickly. So, you guys always know I'm going to get this set up here for auto width, detect width. Okay, perfect. Back, and then we're going to hit that. And yes, I think we can do that. Oop. Because I think with the with the rocks the way they are, I think I can still grab them. But welcome everyone to the Realistic Farming Channel for Farming Simulator 22, where we use real tractors, we use realistic equipment, we have realistic tutorials, and we have a real lot of fun. I'm going to have to go back down this a little separate. How's everybody doing today? I'm doing great. I'm doing awesome. I'm doing fantastic. Well, as best as I can. That was probably the second most frustrating I have been, other than on Calmston Farm, when the skid steer, remember? It was like, you gotta be kidding me. So I think what I'm gonna do, I was so mad, everyone, I was so mad. You guys don't usually get this. You guys usually hear me pretty upbeat and pretty laughable, but I was so mad that I literally went in and I deleted all of my logging equipment except the Trex. Like everything that I had downloaded from when Farm Sim 22 first came out, everything. I just went bing. I got rid of the map. I got rid of everything. And it happened to me before when we were on Calmston, and that happened to me. I lost all interest in the map. It's hard. Like I was telling Farmer Z yesterday, I went over on his live stream. Excuse me while I clear my throat here. And it's very, 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 very hard to do things realistically like we did in real life in a game. It's very hard to simulate it. Because the game doesn't allow you to. Like, for example, we were talking about it on his stream. let's just talk about the thing first. In Farm Sim 22, you spread your lime before you plant. In real life, that doesn't happen. You plant your crops and then you spread your lime afterwards. It's just the way it is in real life, and Farm Sim just does a few things just backwards, and you guys know, and it gets extremely frustrating to try to do things. When you see everyone out there using autoload and driving around doing 400 miles an hour when they're harvesting. I understand. Trust me. I get frustrated too, but like I downloaded and I tested the new Phoenix truck. Absolutely amazing. I'm not using it because it's autoload, and I don't use autoload. The only autoload I use is the one that's in game for the round bales, and that allows you to pick up 24 or the one that lets you make the cube out of the small bales. But I will give it a thumbs up, and I will give it an A+ rating because it is amazing. You can fit 252 small bales on that flatbed. That's anybody who wants to do then could do small bales instead of using the little cube. You can do that. On this map, when we get ready to start clearing forests, I'm just going to use my Trex. And I'm going to end that crap real quick. I'm not even going to play. I'm just going to chew them up and spit them out and get wood chips. And the sad part is like I said, Fury's been caught on that twice. Where you go on, you do a map review, everything's cool, you get excited, you hear it in your voice, everything's great. And as soon as you start playing, same thing on Green River Valley from FDR. Like I told you guys in the video, you start looking around and you start seeing like floating trees and you start seeing those sticks everywhere, and it's a pain. For content creator, especially since it's now like midnight and it's late for me, I've already wasted, time getting set up and all that stuff. Oops. Is what it is. Am I going to let it get me down? No. We're not going to spend time complaining about that. I just wanted to let you guys know that now I'm only going to do 2 Let's Plays for now until Meadow Grove comes out. When Meadow Grove comes out, it's going to replace this map. But until then, this one's going to be a 5-day-a-week map or 6-day-a-week map. I think it's going to be, no, because I'm going to still take 2 days off. It's going to be 4-day-a-week map. And I think I might ask Ranger to see if he wants to do 2 multiplayers in a week. If he doesn't, if he's not available, then we'll just go 1, and I'll do this one 4 days a week, and that one once, because I'm only recording for 5 days now. Either way, it doesn't bother me, but I'll get with him off camera, and we'll see. The turning radius on this tractor is not very good. Also found out that you cannot have the vehicle control add-on with the GPS. They conflict. They run the same scripts. CC messaged me today and told me that it crashes your game. So if you're going to pick the vehicle control add-on like I have, don't pick the GPS. Now, if you've got guys on like on our multiplayer, those guys love the GPS, so I'm going to activate the GPS but turn off the vehicle control HUD or vehicle control add-on so that we can suffice that. All right, so now I can just go crazy here and go around the corner. Around the corner. But I think I've got some great news. I can't quote him on it yet because what I got to do is set my vehicle control add-on button up on my screen because I just tried to reach for it twice. I think we might be having Farmer Z join us on Tuesday night. He's going to email me and let me know, and we'll go from there. But if he comes, that's another player. That'll be 3. That'll be great. And then we'll get some stuff done. because he's anxious. He has his own YouTube channel. You guys know I've talked him up several times. Great guy, super guy. But he has already admitted that he doesn't do things very realistically. He gets frustrated with the slow speed, and he uses real equipment, and he does that. But you know what? Like I told him on his stream, he says, he was laughing because he says, I'll bet you Fury's pulling his hair out watching me play this at harvesting at 20-something miles an hour. And I commented and I said, no. Because everybody plays the game they want to play it. That's it. You know, who am I to tell you how to play your game? Especially on your YouTube channel. So I don't get bothered by other people playing unrealistic. I just do it realistically because that's the way I played, and how I play the game and how I really did it real life. So it does not make it bad. It makes it actually fun. I watch his streams. I'm on there with him he does this cool thing. I mean, you guys got to go check him out. Wednesday nights, 6:30. I can't remember the times. I know that after I get done recording, he's on. So he comes on late. He only plays for like an hour and a half or so. But he's got a lot of stuff going on. Like he does this challenge for everybody where he challenges you to a duel. And if you beat him, okay, then you get farm coins is what it's called. And eventually you can save up those farm coins and buy things like his merch in his merch store. I'm not quite totally sure how it works, so I don't want to give out the wrong information about his channel. So make sure you go over and check out Farmer Z's. I know he gave away, he had a guy donate a copy of Fs22, and he gave it away on his stream. That to me is what it's all about. And just because Fury doesn't want to give away stuff on his channel doesn't mean it's not good. But it just goes to show you that there are still good people in this world, and I believe that every person is good. Sometimes I get in trouble with that because I believe that every person is good. But that's okay. And he has a lot of fun, and he interacts with his stream, and he's just constantly talking to us. And that's what it's all about. When you go watch a live stream, you want to feel like you're interacted with. You want to feel like you're in it, and he is. And the coolest thing about it is, even though he doesn't play realistic, as far as what I go realistic, you guys know, like 3 mile an hour plowing and that sort of thing, and no auto loads and anything like that. Realistic speeds, realistic times. You guys all know. You've been here long enough to know. He does ask a lot of questions of us real farmers. He really does. There was another guy on there that with him that was also a realistic farmer in real life. He was in the middle of harvesting, and he had to harvest a 2,000 acre field or some crazy amount. I can't ever imagine it harvesting that much. We would do our 125 acre bean field take us a week. Then again, it was just Dad and I for a long time. It was like it would take us a week between running grain and everything else. It's absolutely insane. But the person was like, yeah, we've got like 6 harvesters running or 9 harvesters. It's absolutely crazy and awesome at the same time. Harvest time is the most fun because that means all your hard work that you've put in over the year of fertilizing and spreading manure and making sure that the calcium is on the ground and all of that stuff all pays off because you know that it worked, because the ground is grown with crops. And unfortunately for our farmers, the crops are not very good prices right now. Our farmers are struggling. Without our farmers, we don't eat, and that is the truth. Farmers feed the world, and our farmers are struggling. It's become kind of like a monopoly in a sense where it's kind of like the Purdue factory, the chicken factory. I don't know if you guys ever heard of the Great Chicken Wars, but what happened is Purdue came in and pretty much bought the rights to all chicken. So what they've done now is they can pretty much raise the prices the way they want to raise them and take... Oh, Fury did it again. They can control all the prices and everything in themselves because they're the only ones in the game. And it's not right. It's not the way it should be. The more diverse we are as far as more farmers and more chicken growers and more things, that it just spreads it out and makes everybody more money. But the farmers are hurting. Like I said, my mom rents out the farm now to the neighbors, and John was telling me yesterday that corn prices are horrible. And now what's happening is, since everything's hit with the pandemic and everything, the companies now, a certain green company, shall we say, is raking people over the coals with delivery fees. I was told last night that the shipping and handling for a harvester now is in the thousands. And it should never be that way. Can you imagine everyone that's normal out there and you're ordering something off Amazon and they decide to tell you, no, by the way, you're going to spend $1,000 in shipping and handling? Nobody would ever buy equipment. And the problem with it is that when you're in a certain region and you have a corner market on things like harvesters, and like I said, I'm from New York, so we're primarily the green company up here. That's what we deal with. That's what we see. That's what we use. Now, why did that not pick? Oh, because I raised it. It's like, why does it not pick it up? And for them to turn around and say, if Fury went out to buy a new harvester tomorrow and they say, oh, it's like $2,000 for shipping and handling to have that thing shipped to you after you've already spent $500,000 on a piece of equipment, and they charge you more, that's not right. And I'm not a farmer anymore, and so it doesn't affect me personally, but it does affect my friends who still do it, and it's just not right. Not right. I don't know why. You know what? I'm going to keep that thing on the ground. I'm getting about... That's the noise it would make. It wouldn't be very good for it either. Now, we never had one of these. I was telling you can tell that Fury doesn't use the GPS very often. I don't like it. I don't think it's right. I think you should be able to drive a tractor around and harvest your fields. But anyways, I was telling the guys, I never had one of these. Never had a roller, never had a rock picker. We took a front loader and we went and picked our rocks up, and then we dumped them on the side of the field, and when we got a big enough pile, Dad would make fences with it, and that's how you had borders around your field. And that's how we did it. I do understand the whole concept because it is real. I told you guys. It's one of my top... I just did it again. It's one of my top things that they added, but they should have added the ability to do it with a front loader. And they may. I don't know. I think somebody told me that it is... There's one on the in-game mod hub that actually works. There, I'll let that go off now. That you can go through and just slide through and pick up your rocks. I could use terraforming, but it would tear the land up. I tell you. I'm glad I'm starting to feel a little bit better now, but boy, when I first shut off that map, It was the first time in probably about 10 years that I wanted to throw my joystick across the floor. Because there's nothing worse than you talk a map up, and then you give a good tour, and you're excited, and you get everything all set up, and you download I had probably like 30 mods downloaded to put in the game. And it absolutely messes up. And I made sure that was that was not the first version of that map. It was like version 1.3 or something. Oh, to Farmer Z, this is what I was talking about in the stream. This mod that I'm using now, this rock picker, has been modified to hold. You can put it at 80,000, or you can put it at 1,000,000, which is so unrealistic. 80,000 rocks would his tractor would be doing a wheelie. But it's like I told you in your stream last night, that if rocks were done the way they were in the way I did them, nobody would ever want to do rocks. And I do completely understand when you say, hang on, I'm sorry, I'm trying to think. Okay, so now we're going to spread manure one more time. I do understand when you say that you just turn them off. There's a lot of times I do too. That's why I turn off weeds. Okay? Because when you start out in spring, like what I'm trying to represent here, like in Fs22, you started out in early spring. That's just so much smarter. I don't know why they changed it that way, but it is what it is. But when you know what? I can store them in there too, which is kind of cool. I turn off the weeds because in early spring, there's no weeds. You don't get weeds until probably midsummer. So spraying for weeds is realistic, but, you know, it is what it is. But, man, I'll tell you, I am absolutely thankful that I'm starting to feel better. I was absolutely beside myself with frustration because I thought, all right, I've been, you know, it's like almost like fool me once, haha, and me, fool me twice, haha, and you. And I got caught with that. So now Fury's going to be a lot more careful with maps. I get all the time a really, really, really good friend of mine today from G&G Modding wants me to try 4 Westby, Wisconsin. It's a 4X map. He said it's one of the best maps out there, but I'm real leery about starting a new map after what's happened to me twice. Oops. Get this little half Volkswagen going here. What I should have done though too, and I was starting to get a little frustrated because the using the forestry harvester. Listen, I don't like doing logging maps because I like logging. I like clearing the land. So I'll move over just a little bit because this is a 10-meter wide piece of equipment. All right, so let's unfold this. Let's see, what's the unfold button? Oh, X. And turn on. Spray the manure in that car's face. Then we'll use our GPS going the other way. This should give us 100% fertilization. We'll cultivate it in, and then we'll plant right over the top of it. There we go. Towards the end there. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I've edited this. It still uses it. This is about realistic. I mean, when you're spreading manure in real life, it does go quickly, but not as quickly as what this game has it set up for. Like, you can't even do one pass. That's why nobody ever does manure. Everybody does the solid fertilizer or liquid fertilizer because it lasts longer. Who wants to keep going back to your cows every minute and a half to use manure when 7,000 liters, or whatever you call it there? I mean, think about that, how much that actually is. I don't know. CC would be able to tell me more than I would. I know it's got to be a couple of tons. I mean, so you figure a couple of tons worth of manure. That's 4,000 pounds of manure. And you're sitting here going through it in one pass. That's just... And some of the manure spreaders out there hold 32,000, you know, a whole bunch. And yet you still can't even go one pass. I was watching a YouTuber yesterday, and he was spreading manure, and he had 55,000 liters of manure. And he didn't even go one time around the field. And it was, I think it was like a 6-acre field, and I'm thinking, wow. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to my 2 days off this week. It's been awesome, but you get down a little bit when you when something like that happens. Absolutely. But it's okay. I'm not going to let it bother me. We're still spread manure. The smelly stuff. One more headland of this stuff, and then we will be able to take Bob's your uncle and hire some Walter. Not today, because we only got a couple minutes left, but like I said, it's a short episode, but what I will do is we'll be back here tomorrow on it. So it'll be a nice short episode today, and then we'll be back with our hour-long episodes tomorrow, so that we can finish up manure spreading. We'll hire Walter. We'll get him going on it. It'll give Fury a chance to take a deep breath, get his get things all settled in, and get more inclined into actually farming and try to get that logging map. It makes me not even want to do Dark Forest when it comes out, to be honest with you, everyone. All right. On that note, I'm going to say this for the second time tonight. My second video recorded tonight. Please look out for yourselves, look out for each other, and most importantly, look out for each other's families. Please enjoy the night, the day, the weekend, whenever you're watching this, and make sure you guys hit the little like ding ding bell and the subscribe button, and tell your friends and share, and we'll start going right along with this. And on that note, sorry about the little shorter video, but for me it's a little late, and I don't want to go too much longer because my frustration level is already high. So I don't want to go crazy and make it so that I don't want to even play for like a week. I'd rather just cut the video short and be done with it. Just like Russell told me. He's like, hey, don't let the frustration get to you. If it gets to you, just shut the game off. It's more important. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to go and I'm going to render this up, and I'm going to go to bed. And I'm going to enjoy it and clear my whole head. And tomorrow we'll be back here with the normal Fury. I mean, I'm normal. I'm still myself. I have to take a couple of deep breaths. That was extremely frustrating. But it's over, and it's done, and we're great. And have a great night, everyone. I'll catch you all guys back here tomorrow. It'll be 2:30 in the afternoon, and we'll play for an hour, and we'll be having some more fun. We'll get this field manured, and then we're going to cultivate it. Once we get done cultivating it, then we can start seeding it. I don't think you can seed wheat in August. I think you got to wait till September. But we'll find out. All right, everyone. Have a wonderful night. Take a deep breath and sleep well.